Life is full of things to manage. Your work, your family, your plans, and your treatment. Consider Kesimpta, ofatumumab 20 milligram injection. You can take it yourself from the comfort of home. If you're ready for something different, ask your healthcare provider about Kesimpta and check out the details at kesimpta.com. Brought to you by Novartis Pharmaceuticals Corporation.
And joining us now with some big breaking news is John Solomon with Just the News. John, you have some big developments on non-citizens voter rolls. Go ahead.
Yeah, listen, when the Congress was trying to pass the SAVE Act, Democrats across the board said there's no non-citizen voting problem. Well, there is. A month ago, actually just 2 weeks ago, the Justice Department charged an illegal immigrant with voting in multiple elections not being detected. Today, Iowa charged a non-citizen for voting in elections in the past summer. And perhaps most disturbing of all, we worked with several voter groups to obtain the motor voter registration documents in several states, about 7 or 8 states. What they show, hundreds of times a foreigner applied lawfully for a driver's license and properly checked, she or she properly checks, I'm a non-citizen, I'm not eligible to vote. And still, state election officials in Pennsylvania, North Carolina, in Arizona, in California, in Illinois, in many states, they still put that person on the voter roll, even though the person properly declared they were non-citizen and ineligible to vote. If that can happen hundreds of times in just a batch of documents we looked at, perhaps nationwide, it's far more widespread. Very troubling. A lot of people reacting to this story today. And Senator Mike Lee just a little bit ago saying, hey, this is why we need this new law, the SAVE Act. There are clearly non-citizens getting on the voter rolls, and they're getting on even when the non-citizen does the right thing and makes clear they shouldn't be voting. State election officials are still putting them on the voter rolls.
Absolutely. That's a big problem, John. The other problem in Arizona, you have 98,000, 78,000, I forget the number.
Yeah, it's close to 100.
You're right.
Yeah. That got certified. They're non-citizens that are going to be voting, and the Arizona Supreme Court has said, you could vote. I mean, what the heck is going on?
Well, there's another example where election officials allowed to go onto the rolls people who had not completed their citizenship check. And under Arizona law, it is legally required that you declare your citizenship and prove it before you get to vote. 98,000 plus Arizonans didn't do that, and they still got on the voter rolls. And now, because it's so late, the Arizona Supreme Court decided, well, we're going to let them vote this time, and we'll clean it up next time. Arizona is a hot mess.
But if it's only 20,000 votes difference for who wins and who loses, I mean, if it's a million votes difference, nobody cares about 98,000.
That's right.
But it's only 98,000, and last time the difference was 20,000 or something.
Yeah, less than 20,000. Yeah, no, it's really very disturbing to people all across.
I hope the Trump lawyers are smart enough. They got to go for an emergency thing in the Supreme Court.
Yeah, I think you're going to see it go to the federal court system. That is something we've been asking for the last 24, 40 hours. Will the RNC Trump campaign go there? But it is mind-boggling. We pay election officials to prepare for one event a year, and it seems in many states they're having difficulty doing the basic blocking and tackling, checking citizenship records, making sure when someone says they're not a citizen, they don't get on the voter rolls. Very troubling system for the greatest democracy and constitutional republic man and woman have ever created.
We are in danger of losing our democracy if they do stupid things like that, which is against the Constitution of the United States.
It's against the law.
Rita?
Yeah, you know what? Before we let you go, John, just about a minute left. Other big stuff. Today, we saw the guy in court, Richard Routh. He's the guy, the would-be assassin there in Florida against President Trump. Also, all this stuff came out about him. And when are we going to find out what really happened there? And also, what about Butler, Pennsylvania? There are so many questions. You have some great reporting on both.
Yeah, listen, we still don't know what are those encrypted messages that were over encrypted accounts overseas. Why was a 20-year-old kid in Pennsylvania talking to people overseas on encrypted accounts? We don't know the answer still 4 months later, 3 months later. But we do know one thing now. We know for sure that Ryan Ruth, the man who was found with a gun waiting for President Trump to golf on a hole in the golf course, he did write a letter a couple of months ago saying he was going to assassinate President Trump and also apologizing, suggesting he may have failed at it already. A lot of people wondering, was he talking about the future effort that we believe occurred 2 Sundays ago? Or did he try one other time and we didn't even get it detected, didn't know about it? A lot of people asking those questions today, including President Trump, who just a little bit ago wailed on the FBI, saying they are making this they're going too easy on this guy, and maybe it's time to move the case to Florida State Court because the feds aren't serious about it.
Yeah, absolutely. John Solomon, thank you so much. Great stuff. Thank you.
Good to be with you guys.